The spindly hands of Eeks curled around the Alaska 47. The metal was cold, biting at his skin even while dormant. It was the first sign of the weapon's true nature. The two smugglers, small and unremarkable aliens, stood nearby. Their insignificance was evident in their squat forms and nervous demeanor. Eeks, calm and authoritative, exuded an aura of control. Yet, like a predator eyeing its prey, his instinct began to take hold. These humans, if they made toys like this, must be simple beings. Are they simple creatures, he asked. The smugglers shrugged, replying in unison, "Don't know Eeks was an agent sent to scout humanity's capabilities before an invasion." "They must be," he mused, a snicker escaping his lips. The gun dangled in front of his sleek, torpedo-like body, looking absurdly small. "Is it even an energy gun?" he asked. The smugglers, growing impatient, were silent. "It throws metal," one finally said, enunciating each word. Eeks relished the absurdity, strutting around with pomp. "Humanity, feared across the stars, hides behind glorified slingshots. We can't let them continue this way, can we?" He mocked. The smugglers stared blankly. Eeks didn't wait for a response. "No, we can't. We must end their existence." With the cold, dead Alaska 47 in hand, Eeks decided the fate of his people. His mind unleashed war without knowing the consequences. He wrote a tragic history with a single thought. "Do you want it?" the smugglers asked, growing upset. Eeks, feigning consideration, sneered and dropped the gun. "Keep the trash." "Why would I want this?" the smugglers, bursting from their seats, demanded payment. "You touch, you buy," they insisted. Eeks, towering over them, walked away, their protests like whispers beneath him. "You egots are all the same," they yelled. Eeks ignored them, entering his ship, uncaring. Her crown was simple silver and inspiring. The expansive one stood tall, assuming the pride of her race. "Speak simply," she commanded. "Simple I shall be," Eeks bowed. He brought news of humanity. The council was a select audience, chosen to witness the war council. The expansive one held the right to choose speakers. "What of humanity's fabled wrath?" she asked. Eeks, proud, replied, "Humans are simple creatures hiding behind tails. They merely cast metal pebbles." The amphitheater, floating above a blue star, was a grand setting for their pomp. The expansive one, skeptical, asked, "How are you sure?" Eeks had only seen one weapon, but it was enough. For commanders like us, the stench of prey is unmistakable. Humans are creatures of dirt meant to be stomped. The egots, tall and slender, silently applauded their leader. The expansive one nodded, signaling the launch of their war machine. Ships, grand daggers of metal, descended upon Earth's sky. "Hold position," Eeks commanded, eager to confront humanity. He descended to the planet, met by 3 human soldiers. The middle one, a broad, dark man, raised his hand to stop Eeks. Surprised, Eeks halted. The man, lighting a cigar, looked up lazily. "What is this?" Eeks sneered. "Name's James," the man said, puffing his cigar. Eeks, trying to stay regal, explained their intent. James, nonchalant, interrupted, showing an Alaska 47. "You seen this before?" he asked. Eeks, confused, nodded. "Yes, 2 small fellas showed it to me." James laughed, turning to his comrades. "See, Jenkins? I told you they were trying to sell it." Eeks, bewildered, watched as they casually bantered. "Sorry, buddy, you were saying," James prompted. Eeks, regaining composure, declared their intent to conquer. "Try it," James challenged, the first jab in their verbal duel. Eeks, enraged, spat out his pride. "We do not try, we always succeed. We are the conquerors." James, unimpressed, stretched. "We don't bow. We worship passion," he said simply. The word struck Eeks, sending chills down his spine. It was a warning he failed to heed. "We are here to eliminate you," Eeks reiterated. James, now serious, welcomed the challenge. "We haven't had a good fight in a while. Let us know when it begins." Eeks, thunderstruck, straightened up, shouting after them. "This will be tragic and horrible. Remember that." James, already walking away, waved dismissively. Back in his ship, Eeks, furious, ordered the attack. "Send everything. Kill every living thing." The war machine roared to life, millions of egots descending on Earth. But they found only empty shells, barren buildings. "Where are they?" Eeks screamed, pointing to a shimmer in the distance. As egots approached, the tree line erupted with gunfire. The humans' primitive weapons proved devastating. Eeks watched in horror as his soldiers were shredded, not by elegant energy weapons, but by brutal, primal force. The battlefield became a bloodbath, the humans' fury unmatched. Eeks, from his vantage point, saw the reality of man's war. An explosion hit Eeks' ship, crashing it to Earth. Covered in dirt and blood, He stumbled through the chaos. The egots were unprepared for such primal violence. His communicator buzzed. "What is happening?" The expansive one demanded. Eeks, amidst the carnage, realized the truth. It's not their weapons, it's their passion. It's horrifying his words were cut off by another explosion. The egots learned a harsh lesson that day. Humanity's power was not in their weapons, but in their relentless spirit. The egots never dared to challenge humans again, understanding their true strength lay in their unyielding humanity. Eeks, disoriented and wounded, staggered through the battlefield, the screams of dying egots and the relentless gunfire of humans filling the air. Each step felt like an eternity, his mind reeling from the chaos surrounding him. The ground was littered with the bodies of his fallen comrades, their sleek forms now twisted and broken, a stark contrast to the unyielding determination of the human soldiers. The humans fought with a ferocity he had never encountered, their eyes burning with a fiery resolve that seemed almost inhuman. He managed to find a moment of respite behind a crumbling wall, his breathing ragged and his body trembling. His communicator buzzed again, the expansive one's voice now tinged with fear and desperation. Eeks report. "What is happening down there?" He closed his eyes, trying to steady himself. "It's their spirit," he whispered, almost to himself. "Their passion. It's beyond anything we anticipated. They fight with everything they have, every ounce of their being. We were not prepared for this." Another explosion rocked the ground nearby, sending debris flying. Eeks knew he had to move, but his legs felt like lead. As he forced himself to stand, he saw a group of human soldiers advancing, their faces set in grim determination. He raised his hands in a feeble attempt to communicate, to explain, but they did not hesitate. Bullets tore through the air, and he felt the sharp, searing pain as they struck him. His vision blurred, and he fell to the ground, his body racked with agony. In his final moments, Eeks's mind raced with regret and a newfound respect for these seemingly simple creatures. They were far more than he had ever given them credit for. As darkness closed in, he thought of the expansive one and his people, hoping they would heed the lesson he had learned too late. Humanity's true power was not in their technology or their weapons, but in their indomitable spirit, their ability to turn even the bleakest situation into a fight for survival. The egots' invasion fleet, now leaderless and in disarray, began to retreat. The realization of their hubris and underestimation of humanity sank deep. The expansive one, watching the carnage from afar, issued the order for a full withdrawal. The stars themselves seemed to weep for the fallen, the sky filled with the burning remnants of a once proud armada. The egots would return to their home worlds, forever changed by the encounter. Stories of the human spirit, their relentless drive and their fiery passion would be passed down through generations of egots, a cautionary tale of underestimating those who fight not just with weapons, but with their very souls. In the aftermath, the humans stood victorious, though at a great cost. They mourned their dead, rebuilt their shattered homes, and carried on, as they always had. Their victory was not just over the egots, but a testament to their resilience and unity. The war became a legend, a defining moment in human history, where they proved that no matter the odds, their spirit would never be broken. And so, the egots never challenged humanity again, forever remembering the day they learned the true strength of those they had once thought to conquer. The aftermath of the battle left Earth scarred, its landscapes marred by the remnants of the fierce confrontation. Cities lay in ruins, fields were scorched, and the air was thick with the smoke of destruction. Yet, amidst the devastation, a sense of profound unity emerged. Communities came together, supporting one another in their shared grief and determination to rebuild. The names of the fallen were etched into monuments, their sacrifices honored and remembered. Reconstruction efforts began almost immediately. People from all walks of life, united by the ordeal they had endured, worked side by side to restore their homes and cities. Engineers and architects designed new structures that would stand as symbols of resilience and hope. Farmers and laborers toiled to restore the land, ensuring that life would once again flourish where devastation had taken root. The spirit of cooperation and camaraderie that had carried them through the war now fueled their recovery. Stories of the war and the heroic efforts of ordinary people spread like wildfire. Children grew up hearing tales of bravery and sacrifice, learning that the true strength of humanity lay not in their weapons, but in their unwavering spirit. The legend of the egots' defeat became a cornerstone of their cultural heritage, a reminder of what they could achieve when united by a common purpose. Schools and institutions taught the lessons of the war, instilling in future generations the values of courage, determination, and unity. Meanwhile, the egots, having retreated to their distant worlds, were left to grapple with the consequences of their hubris. The once proud race, now humbled, faced a future marked by introspection and change. They chronicled their defeat meticulously, ensuring that the lessons learned would not be forgotten. Their society, driven by the need to understand and adapt, began to shift its focus from conquest to knowledge. They sought to comprehend the human spirit, the element that had eluded them and led to their downfall. Diplomatic envoys were eventually dispatched to Earth, not as conquerors, but as seekers of knowledge and understanding. The egots, now aware of the depth of human resilience, approached with humility and respect. Tentative at first, these interactions gradually fostered a new era of cooperation and mutual learning. The humans, ever pragmatic and forward-thinking, recognized the potential benefits of such an alliance. Together, they explored the vast expanse of the universe, sharing knowledge and resources. This unlikely partnership led to unprecedented advancements. Combining the egots' technological prowess with human ingenuity, they embarked on projects that would have been unthinkable before the war. Together, they developed new energy sources, explored distant galaxies, and delved into the mysteries of existence. The collaboration symbolized a turning point, a testament to the transformative power of understanding and cooperation. Years turned into decades, and the war faded into history, its memory preserved in books, art, and the collective consciousness of both races. The egots and humans, once bitter enemies, became allies, their destinies intertwined by the lessons of conflict and the promise of a shared future. They honored the past, remembering the sacrifices and the hard-earned peace that had brought them together. And so, the legacy of the war endured, not as a tale of destruction and defeat, but as a story of resilience, unity, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. The scars of the past became symbols of strength, and the horrors of war were transformed into a beacon of hope for generations to come. Humanity and the egots, bound by their shared history, looked to the stars with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead together. In the aftermath, the humans stood victorious, though at a great cost. They mourned their dead, rebuilt their shattered homes, and carried on, as they always had. Their victory was not just over the egots, but a testament to their resilience and unity. The war became a legend, a defining moment in human history, where they proved that no matter the odds, their spirit would never be broken. And so the egots never challenged humanity again, forever remembering the day they learned the true strength of those they had once thought to conquer. As the years passed, the memory of the war with the egots became a pivotal chapter in the annals of human history. It was a story told and retold, serving as both a cautionary tale and a source of inspiration. The war had reshaped the world in many ways, and humanity emerged stronger and more united than ever before. The lessons learned from the conflict fostered a sense of global solidarity, transcending borders and cultures. The technological advancements developed during the war were now harnessed for the betterment of society. Medical breakthroughs, advanced energy sources, and innovations in infrastructure revolutionized the way people lived. Nations that had once been divided by political and ideological differences now worked together towards common goals, driven by the understanding that they were stronger together. The collaboration with the egots also brought unforeseen benefits. The once feared aliens, now allies, shared their vast knowledge and technological expertise. Joint research initiatives led to remarkable discoveries, from deep space exploration to advancements in artificial intelligence and environmental sustainability. The relationship between humans and egots evolved from one of suspicion and fear to mutual respect and cooperation. In schools and universities, students studied the war, not just as a historical event, but as a testament to the power of resilience and unity. They learned about the bravery of soldiers, the sacrifices of civilians, and the strategic genius that turned the tide of the battle. More importantly, they understood the significance of maintaining peace and the importance of diplomacy and empathy in resolving conflicts. Humanity's newfound unity extended beyond Earth. Colonies on Mars, lunar bases, and space stations became hubs of interstellar cooperation. The exploration of distant galaxies, once a distant dream, became a reality as humans and egots worked together to push the boundaries of their knowledge. They discovered new worlds, encountered other intelligent species, and formed alliances that expanded their understanding of the universe. The cultural exchange between humans and egots enriched both civilizations. Art, music, literature, and philosophy flourished, blending influences from both races. Festivals celebrating their shared history and achievements became annual traditions, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual appreciation. Generations later, a grand monument was erected at the site of the final battle. It stood as a symbol of resilience, a towering structure that reached towards the sky, reminding all who saw it of the power of unity and the indomitable human spirit. At its base, an eternal flame burned, a tribute to those who had sacrificed their lives for a future where peace and cooperation reigned. On the anniversary of the war's end, people from all corners of the galaxy gathered at the monument to commemorate the event. Leaders from both humanity and the egots spoke of the journey they had undertaken together, the challenges they had overcome, and the bright future they had forged. It was a day of reflection, celebration, and renewal of their commitment to a peaceful and prosperous coexistence. As the sun set on that day, casting a golden glow over the monument, a young child, holding the hand of their parent, looked up and asked, "Will there ever be another war?" The parent, smiling and squeezing the child's hand, replied, "Not if we remember the lessons we've learned and continue to work together. The future is ours to shape, and we must always choose the path of peace." And so, the legacy of the war endured, not as a tale of destruction and defeat, but as a story of resilience, unity, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. The scars of the past became symbols of strength, and the horrors of war were transformed into a beacon of hope for generations to come. Humanity and the egots, bound by their shared history, looked to the stars with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead together. If you enjoyed this story and want to support us, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. For every comment that says we will heart every single one of them. Thank you for your time.